To follow up on Jen's question on the Houthis, you mentioned the capabilities that are. She asked why they use the F-35Cs in these particular strikes, and you said what's available in that AOR. But a couple weeks, last month,
Sure.
you used B-2 bombers that were not in that AOR that were sent from here. So how do you, why the discrepancy there?
Yeah, no, there's not a discrepancy. It has to do with the type of mission and the type of targets and what would be most effective. And for the mission set that used the bombers, it was one that required their capabilities. Again, the A Carrier Strike Group has different aircraft on board. One is the F-35. Has been used in the most recent mission, but you've seen us do strikes with whether it be F-15s, F-16s. So it's really at the commander's discretion.
So just on that, we've seen now new capabilities introduced to this now, I guess, year-long campaign to deter the Houthis. They're not deterred. So what's the department looking to do differently to stop that, at least in these last 70 days that you're here?
Well, so to push back on that, though, we continue to take capabilities off the map for them. So while we continue to see aggression from the Houthis and, the targeting of innocent mariners and commercial ships that are just, transiting the BAM or the Red Sea, we continue to take capabilities away. Yes, they do have large stockpiles of those, but I think you have to also look at what we're being able to do to impact their operations as well, and that is important. And if we weren't doing what we were doing, you wouldn't see those commercial ships coming through. It would have a larger impact to the economy, a larger impact to world markets. And one of the things that the secretary did was set up Operation Prosperity Guardian to ensure that we can have a safe transit and to really uphold the international rules-based order of freedom of navigation. So very proud of the work that we're continuing to do there on holding, the Houthis responsible. But every single time that we engage, we're taking capabilities away as well.
Just one more on Gaza. It's been over 30 days since that letter was sent by Secretaries Blinken and Austin. We heard from the State Department the other day that they're not prepared to do anything, basically to follow through on that letter because the aid the U.S. considers is still far short of what it's asking for, or what needs to be getting into Gaza. Does this department share that assessment? And if not enough aid is getting in, but you guys are also not going to do anything as a consequence, or whatever you want to call it, what message does that send to other allies and partners in the world that either messages we're sending we're not following through on what we say we're going to do, or otherwise?
Well, I don't think I kind of disagree with some of the premise there. We are, and the president has been clear that we're going to continue to support Israel in their self-defense. They're continuing to get attacked on all sides by terrorist group like Hamas or Lebanese Hezbollah in the north, and then not to mention, of course, the unprecedented attacks that we've seen from Iran. So, they do have a tough fight, but we've been very clear that not enough has been done in Gaza, and because of the pressure that the United States has put on Israel, we have seen crossings open. We have seen the Erez crossing open. We've seen others. We're seeing more truckloads get in. We're seeing, the Jordan Armed Forces corridor open up. So I don't think it's fair to say that our pressure isn't working. It is, but can more be done? Yeah, absolutely. And over the summer when we did have that maritime corridor put in place, that did help open up the Ashdod crossing, which was something that, didn't exist before the JLOTS mission was there. So, every single day, we know how dire the humanitarian situation is in Gaza, and that's why every single day, not just here at this department, but the interagency continues to work with our Israeli partners to get more aid in, because we know not enough is getting in. Phil.